Right, so I got one of these Scheppach, or however you say it, bandsaws, same as the Workzone one, and the vice on it was pretty shit, to be honest. The clamping was a load of rubbish. So I found a video on YouTube of some other guy. He did it slightly different to mine. I'll put a link down below to his video because he deserves the credit. But I did my own variation, which was very similar, and all I needed was some M12 threaded rod, which I went for stainless, a couple of screws and nuts, a plate here and a plate here, and a couple of M12 nuts. What I did was, there's a nut in there with the washer, and there's a washer there, so when it spins the washer's kind of like a bushing. Underneath you can see just the front part. I used some long nuts because it was easier to tighten them up, and on the back I just tapped the holes for the back one. I mean, the back one's not 100% necessary, but I think it looks better like that, and it keeps this from wobbling. So this is a M12 flange nut drilled out so that this can just slide straight in. The other side has the same, excuse my shit welding, but this side obviously has thread so you can wind it, and that's pretty much it, really. I mean, you can't put you can't tap, well, you can't, I suppose you can, but you know, it was easier not to. It's hard to get a tap here because there's limited space. I had a hell of a job drilling the holes. That was a challenge in itself, so that's why they're nut and bolted rather than just tapped like the back. If you look in there, you can just about see a rib which pretty much goes directly through where the bolt comes through, which is a bit of an issue, but I used a Dremel to make the holes, and a carbide bit make some holes, and then just walled them out to where I needed them. Big tip for you, use Nulock nuts. I would say wind this one on first to about here, so that this piece can come back, so that then you can do the nut up so the threads just poke through, because you cannot stick a socket in there because there's not enough room. So wind that back first, put that on, tighten the nut where it needs to be, and then tighten this up. It has got a slight bit of play, which is what you want, and obviously with Nulock nuts they shouldn't go anywhere when you're using it. And the other thing to be aware of is make sure when this is wound all the way in that this clears here. Mine, when it's wound all the way in, is about here. So yeah, that's one way of upgrading the vice, and well, that's it.